Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. Welcome back to another installment of Community Notes Violating People. This is a video format we've done 2 or 3 times already where we simply look at this account that documents some of the funniest notes applied to tweets. Now, in case you're not familiar with this system, the Community Notes system is one of the best features Twitter has ever made. It's essentially a communal fact check system where qualified people can leave notes under tweets correcting misinformation, and if that note gets enough upvotes, it goes live and, like I said, applies as a sort of fact check on certain tweets. Now, we're going to begin with this tweet right here. This one did not get a fact check or a note, but the next one will, but this is for context. So a lot of people have been posting various videos of this TikToker named Hannah Barron, who they are claiming is, well, a whole lot of negative things based on TikToks like this where she was building her own home. Now, this user says, with 15,000 likes, by the way, this accent, her southern accent, needs to be illegal and women should be banned from doing manual labor like this. There is nothing feminine about American women. American women are literally men, as they post a screenshot of a conventionally attractive woman who also has a lot of very impressive skills like her construction skills. But we've seen follow-up tweets like this, where this user said, "Any man that finds tomboys attractive is gay." And then the note says, "Being attracted to a woman as a man is not gay, it is by definition heterosexual." You hear that, folks? You hear that, tomboy enjoyers? You are officially cleared. You are still considered heterosexual for liking tomboys. But in all seriousness, there's been a lot of people coming to the defense of this woman because they are impressed by her TikToks and they are clapping back at the very jealous and weird people mad about her content and her appearance, by the way. And honestly, if you like tomboys, you have good taste. And speaking of good taste, you should check out the new Yuzo protocol jar. This is a collab between Robotech and Advanced GG. We've been working with Advanced GG for a long time. You can check out their new line of jars and shakers right here. And if you're not familiar with what Yuzo is, it's essentially like lemon flavor. It's very sour and tart. And if you want to check out, they have various bundles like this one featuring some banger artwork, as well as some very cultured ones on this bundle as well. And on top of that, this jar actually can be used to make a smoothie, which is something very cool and new in terms of the jars from Advanced GG. And I will put a link to all of these various bundles and items in the pinned comment. And make sure, if you're going to check it out, use code REV, R-E-V at checkout to get 10% off your total Advanced GG order. Now back to more examples of community notes violating people. We have a short 3-part story that begins with this tweet saying, "I just watched an episode of One Piece and wanted to represent what's going on here with an AI generated image for the enjoyment of my fans." Something tells me this person doesn't have a lot of fans. But then this user named Jose would reply with this brutal ratio and response saying, "Learn to color properly or learn how to draw to begin with," referring to the fact that this is AI generated, where the original poster had the nerve to respond with this saying, "Not even in your dreams would you be able to make an illustration like this," where we have a note that says Jose, to whom he replies, is an illustrator employed by One Piece. Owned very quickly by this note. Here's the next one, from AI bros to NFT bros. We have this individual named NFT Nick who's been getting clowned on left and right over the past couple of days. In this tweet, he is clapping back in a video addressing the haters saying, "Cheers to the haters from my NYC penthouse." Unfortunately, this attempt at a flex would backfire when the note says, "The bottle Nick is holding does not cost $5,000. And is in fact a bottle of Tattinger champagne that costs less than $85. In fact, I've seen other notes applied to his recent tweets and videos. One in particular, he said he was in the back of a limousine where you can see in the reflection of his glasses he's actually in the back of an Uber car, which was quite embarrassing. But moving on from him, we see a familiar tweets from Alyssa Marante. We've covered this tweet in a couple videos from the past week. She is, of course, the Kotaku author responsible for that piece where she is defending Sweet Baby Inc. And you guys know this one. She says, "Hi, you can't be racist against white people. Thanks for tuning in." Where she gets hit with this brutal note that says she is in fact wrong about that claim. Here's another absolutely bizarre tweet. This time an individual using what's clearly AI to say, "I need husband. I am from USA and UK." Wow, a duo citizen right there. That's pretty impressive. She's from two places at the same time. Now, the crazy part about this is not just the notes, clearly pointing out the very clear fact this is AI generated, but also the fact that there's a lot of these types of weird AI generated images like here, and that just tells me that they work. It's like any other scam. It's like, if it wasn't working, people wouldn't post this stuff. And I don't know what they're trying to accomplish with this, but clearly there's some kind of a market out there for it, and that is terrifying. But here's the next one. We're going to be looking at, we're going from one inhuman AI image to another inhuman looking individual, and this is Liver King. Now, there's a million YouTube videos about this guy. He is this all natural type fitness guru type person where he encourages people to do things like eat raw meats, which I would not recommend. And you can always see in every single video he's in, he's got like this red hue to his skin. It's almost like every cell in his body is just screaming in agony because of all the terrible stuff he puts into his body. But in this tweet right here, he says, this superfood has 29 ingredients, none of which are found in nature. So eating this brings me closer to nature. Where the note says, what brought Liver King his ripped appearance and close to nature body were the IGF-1 hormones and up to 120 mg of testosterone per week, costing close to $11,000 per month, with multiple sources on that. $11,000 a month on some supplements. That's crazy. That's almost $150K a year dedicated to maintaining that body type he has. That's pretty insane dedication. I don't know how this guy has so much money to spend, but anyways, moving on to the next one. This individual right here starts off saying, won't even bother to explain what is the actual purpose of such watch because someone poor will never understand, where they say, tell this to my Rolex watch loser, where they get hit with a note saying the purpose of a watch is to provide the time of day, the hours and minutes. And I love these kind of tongue-in-cheek, dry community notes. I think they're pretty funny. Here's another example of one. This tweet says, breaking, red sky looms over the entire New York City just now. It's happening, green sky en route. Where the note says, this is what's commonly referred to as a sunset. Yes, honestly, I always support putting notes like this, no matter how obvious they are, because what happens is, when a note is applied to a tweet, the user can no longer make ad revenue on that specific tweet, which is great because accounts like this exist solely for interaction bait and generating ad revenue. They don't care about what they're tweeting. They're just there to make these dry, boring, dumb tweets to get as many views on their tweet as possible to generate ad revenue, which is like fractions and fractions of pennies at a time. And it's really like an embarrassing kind of market to be in, trying to farm Twitter ad revenue, because it's just the rates are abysmal. It is truly like battling for pennies amongst the top earners on Twitter in terms of ad revenue. But moving on, here's another example of unoriginal tweets. This account, a gimmick account named No Context Brits, has this meme saying British people talking about the Super Bowl. Me, all confused, because, get it, British people. And the note says, this account regularly steals tweets from other accounts without crediting them and showing the source that they stole from. And again, this is another big problem, just people outright stealing other tweets and using it for, again, the purposes of generating more ad revenue and traffic to their tweet. Here's another crazy tweet. So right now, if you don't know, in the US right now, there is a chance, a very real chance, that TikTok might go down unless it's sold or they change some sort of policies. But people like this are making insane reaches like this. If G or Kim were talking about banning one of the most popular social media platforms, everyone would be screaming about fascist censorship. Where the note points out a very obvious reality of those two countries mentioned, where it says every major international social media platform is blocked in China. As for North Korea, The internet is not public. Yeah. I don't know what these people are doing, but this is some insane levels of cope. Here's another tweet trying to do something. This one saying, this is Bakhmut's, and it's not a movie, with this scenery here of destroyed buildings, where the note says, this is a frame from the movie The Pianist. So it is a movie. Ouch. Anyways, that is the last community note we're going to look at in this video. Like I said, this is an ongoing series for this channel. I enjoy doing these. So every month or two, I expect to return to do more. And really, that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this. As always, share all of your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys next time.